General Assembly to attack immigrant workers, the working poor, and folks of color. We would like to express our solidarity with the organizers of ICE out of NC who have been fighting to end the 287G program in North Carolina, which allows the dangerous collaboration of ICE agents and law enforcement to target undocumented immigrants. Additionally, we'd like to raise solidarity with the students who have been fighting back against attacks on HBCUs, calling out the racist and exclusionary policies and practices of the Board of Governors, and demanding that our public university system ensure that Black lives and Black minds matter. And at this time, I'd like to introduce Taurean Brown, an organizer originally from Kinston, North Carolina, who has been fighting for justice for Deriante Miller, a young Black man unjustly killed by the police.
America is a nation in crisis. For 240 years, it has preached liberty and justice, all the while practicing enslavement, terrorism, and injustice. The fruit borne from America's contradiction are now weighing heavy upon the state, nation, and globe. They say the elections are a time to make your voice heard. Well, today we're saying it loud and clear. We want a new democracy. We want a real democracy. If this election has shown us anything, it has reaffirmed that the two political parties in this nation do not care about working and oppressed class people. It has shown us through this political circus that it has, while on one hand we have a clown who preaches white nationalism. On the other hand, we have an imperialist warmonger who smiles and tells us they are our ally while they bomb other countries every day. Countries like Honduras, Haiti, Libya, all these places where terror and destruction happen on the hands of the American capitalist system, which has been enacted through Hillary Clinton. We see this contradiction clearly. We see that the imprint of poor policy can have terrible effects. In Kinston, North Carolina, after the NAFTA bill was signed, the textile industry went away. Thousands upon thousands of jobs were removed from our land and our people. Our opportunity to employ ourselves, feed ourselves, house ourselves, that was taken away from us. And that wasn't part of some wild conservative plot. It was bipartisan policy that was passed that allowed this to happen. It allowed my community to be destroyed. And now that my community is responding to living in poverty, hunger, and violence in a police state, now they want to say we're uncivilized. Now they want to say that we're the cause of our own violence. They want to say, what about black on black crime? But what about Deriante Miller? What about the 18-year-old college student who was a leader among his friends, who was trying to make a better way, who was just celebrating the birthday of his sister at a party before a racist state trooper took his life? Took his life off this earth as an 18-year-old. His mother doesn't have him anymore. All she has is the memory because it was stolen by a state trooper. But the state trooper hasn't only stolen one life. He stole another life. Right in Hertford County, Clayton James was tased over 20 times and murdered by this exact same trooper. His name is William Hardison. And he goes back on the force in less than 3 days. Right back to terrorizing other people. And the victims that he didn't murder, he brutalized several others. And past the ones he brutalized, he also enslaved many of others. How many more of these racist police do we have to deal with in this country? How many more times is the capitalist system going to screw us over with the illusion of democracy? With the illusion that we have a choice of representation? There is no such thing as the lesser of two evils. I'll end in the words of Dubois, who said, there is no two evils. There is only one party with two names. There is only one evil party with two names. Thank you.